Namaste and welcome to the NRI Voice of Germany. I am Payal Shah. Please meet Shiwangi Kaushik ji and Sanjay Tambe ji. She is here in Germany from over a decade and she is an investment banker. And please meet Sanjay Tambe ji. He has set up his Ayurvedic clinic here in Germany and he lives in Germany for over 25 years now. I welcome you both to this podcast.
Thank you.
So today we have a very interesting topic to talk about, Operation Sindoor. What caught your attention about Operation Sindoor as an NRI? And why do you feel important to talk about from the perspective of diaspora lens? So I would like to start with Shiwangi ji.
I am so grateful to be here today. I feel truly honored to be a part of this meaningful discussion and really look forward to speak to you and to Sanjay ji. My warm namaste to both of you. Talking of Operation Sindoor, this topic is not just a strategic thing for me. Personally, it's very emotional for me. If you see from the name, it's a very sacred name, Sindoor, that itself resonates so deeply.
Yes.
To me, it reminds me of pain, the memories of deep sadness, anger, and I would also say, a sense of pride. How under Modi's government, India's swift and symbolic response, I truly support that leadership that can act with clarity, conviction, and with a strategic moral compass. From the diaspora aspect, I feel like, people who are living abroad, they really get that confidence and that reassurance that the current leadership has given. And we feel that in no ways India is going to stop and our India refuses to bend.
Definitely, yes. I would like to hear it from Sanjay Tambe ji.
Yes. Namaste, first of all, and thank you for giving me this opportunity to be here. Yeah, as an NRI, it is very important to, first of all, even if you're not living in India, it's very important to have knowledge of what is happening in our country.
Yes.
And if you look at the dynamic structure of what has happened with Operation Sindoor, it is very, everyone is curious, of course, but as an NRI, you feel much more, not only curious, but you feel like a little bit stressed and excited to understand that what does it mean?
Yeah.
And how to convey this in your own mind, as well as with your friends, colleagues, etc. here.
Yes.
Since you are not directly exposed to any kind of threat here from what has happened in Pahalgam or, the whole location there. And why has it been named like this?
Right.
This was the first thing which came to my mind. And it is a strategically named implication, but the sadness which is connected to the event which has happened, or the happenings of the events which have been following that, and different claims which have been put together, excited me more, that you get, first of all, conversed with the subject,
Yes.
as well as you try to advocate that strategy as an Indian.
So Shiwangi ji, how do you feel like India's assertiveness seen in Europe?
So, from what I have observed in Europe, and I would say specifically for in Germany, I see India's strategic assertiveness is being visible. It's noticed. It's growing. But at times it's also misunderstood. In the Western or from the Western academia and diplomacy circles, India is still being seen through an old lens, like non-aligned, reactive, restrained. When India takes any bold actions, for example, the cross-border fires, or when they take a confident stance on the foreign policy, then it definitely seeks attention, but it also brings some discomfort. I feel that this assertiveness isn't an aggression that is usually being taken by the West, but I would say it's more about dignity for us. In India also, we are saying that India won't be passive anymore, and
Yeah.
especially when it comes to, attacking and hurting our own people on our own land, threatening our borders, and even challenging our values there. And the Pahalgam attack itself was a horrific moment, an incident, and that definitely via Operation Sindoor got a right response.
Definitely.
And we got an assurance, as I said earlier, that Bharat is watching and Bharat will act. Slowly in Europe, it started to begin to understand more that this assertiveness is more about the return. When I say return, it's a return for an India that leads, that protects, and that is more assertive with its dignity.
Yes.
And I say it's the beginning of a new India, which is very well aware, assertive, and definitely unapologetic.
Yeah.
When it's come to threatening its sovereignty, for example, like the India has hosted the G20 Global Summit, and it was a voice of the Global South.
Yeah.
And it also balanced the ties between Russia and the West, and all on its own terms.
How do you feel that global perception matches India's intent?
I feel that globally India's taken in the past many years as a third world country, especially in Europe and Germany.
Yeah.
When they have those questionnaires, there are questions written from which country are you, and then there are different sections, and they ask any third world country, and India comes in that list.
Yes.
So that has been the case all the time, which makes you feel kind of inferior, because they don't take India as a global country at all.
Yes.
And if you see Modi ji's activities and Indian government's activities, how they have been trying to pitch this global dialogue to the world, it has now come on a time where you could see in the media all the time news about China, USA.
Right.
But the recent maybe 4-5 years has placed India somewhere on the front page.
Yeah.
It's not on the third or last page of a newspaper or a TV channel, but it's on the first page. And either there is a personality, some incident, some positive business, something which is connected as a positive vibe is the global definition. It has started to become a global definition. So when something like this happens, which is an attack, then the world takes a perception on this, and first of all thinks that, oh, the third world country is doing something, which is, how can they do it? Do they have that kind of, first of all, arms, whatever it is required to do such an activity? But since this was like a strategic step, the world, half of the world, I would say, took a different note, and half of the world took a varied opinion about it. So some people started criticizing it, some didn't. Even in Europe, there have been countries who have been criticizing this action, the Operation Sindoor, as well as some countries who have been pro-India.
Right.
And so as an NRI or a global citizen living in Europe, you start reading the positive ones first.
Right.
And then you try to see what is happening on the negative side, that which country is saying this was wrong, or India is doing something wrong. So I feel that the global perspective is split into two things.
Okay.
That it's positive as well as negative, and you have to find out as Indians that what could be more, the positive side can be pushed further.
Right. So do you feel like the perspective or the so it's changing for globally?
Absolutely, absolutely. I think there are two driving factors which are changing this mindset, but let's discuss about that in detail.
Okay. Yeah. So okay. So Shiwangi ji, how do you feel that do NRIs have a role in shaping India's global perspective?
Oh yes, definitely. Myself being an NRI living over here for more than a decade, I strongly and feel that NRI has a very powerful role, or rather very serious responsibility when it comes to shaping the Indian strategic and global narrative. I would say that NRIs should not be passive observers anymore, or not that we have to be neutral, as Sanjay ji also mentioned. Like, we are seeing someone coming from the third world country, and we always feel under pressure that we have come to the Western world and perhaps we seek something. Yes, we all have our self-interest when we move out of our own motherland, but that doesn't mean that our nation's interest would not come in the picture for us. And I see that we are basically the first point of reference now for many of the people. Now, when India is rising, people have questions. They want to know about India, they want to know about its progress, its policies, its history, its culture, even its pain areas, like what's not going good in India. And as an NRI, we are the ones, like, who have to say it. We have to say it loud and clear. And it really matters, like, how confident we are when we talk about these things. Coming back to the massacre, the Pahalgam attack, it truly was an assault to our civilizational conscience. And at that time, from the diaspora aspect, it was important to raise our voice, to not just in the times of grief where we do a simple candle march and we say that we feel sad. It has to be much more than that. We have to support our government with solidarity. Even I would say, like, the time has really gone where the India would stay quiet in the face of provocation. And we have seen how strong statement our Prime Minister Modi has given. I believe that needs to be supported, and we diaspora have to make it very clear to the world that we are looking at, we are watching, and we stand with our government, we stand with our people. Distance really doesn't matter.
Yes, definitely. Yes, we stand with our people, right? So let's move forward. So according to the strategic consciousness, so Sanjay ji, do you think is the diaspora is a soft power for India?
I would say it's more than that, but of course, people talk about hard skills. So people are talking about white collar jobs, blue collar jobs. People are looking at Fachkräftemangel, which means that skilled people are missing here. There's not enough manpower here. So those people are being called hard skills because they know some software tools. They know this and that engineering knowledge. Whereas if you are talking about soft power, then it is not that soft power, like where we talk about soft skills in the human resource reference. It has to be created more as a soft power because the diaspora is big. And it will grow multifold in the next years. So as one of the beginners here, I would say that you need to come together in such a way that it becomes a power. Just now it's too soft. It's only soft. It's not a power as yet. But the diaspora, of course, has to catch up that role of a soft power. There's nothing against for this power. It's like a capability. Like if you are talking about some software package and you know it, then it's your capacity, even if you don't implement it for military use or terrorism or whatever it is called. So that way we have to still understand as a diaspora, and we can learn a lot from the other diaspora which is here, because they have been creating that soft power in such a way that it has become like a hard power for many instances, which we see that political scenarios are getting pressurized. Different societies are changing their, adapting their rules accordingly, and that can pressurize our community, I would say Indian community, Bharatiya community here, because that is not soft anymore. Unfortunately, you have to be, first of all, very clear. You have to be having an aim why we need this soft and hard power and why we need those soft skills also, because soft skills is not only having a particular religion or particular manpower, that one community is big and the other community is small. It is about coming together, basically. And that coming together, other communities have learned very well. And I mean, there have been examples just after this Operation Sindoor. Parallelly, things have happened in other countries like Gaza Strip, Israel, Ukraine is going on all the time. And you can see how the soft power has been used by their diaspora. and we can learn from that. So I would say that yes, we can grow to that role model of a good soft power here.
Yeah, right. Thank you, Sanjay ji.